Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Tarot time. Happy Friday. Yes, it's finally here, the weekend. Although I'm semi-retired, so I think every day is Friday. So today's reading is all about what we have control in and what we don't. Sometimes we feel very trapped. And today's the day we learn how to reclaim our power. Who's in with me? Okay, so the first card is the Five of Wands. Now, wands are all about fire energy. That's our Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But it could be any sign. But it's that energy, that passion, like the bad passion, like if you get into a fight with someone. But the number five itself talks about instability. It talks about conflict. Think of a coffee table with 5 legs, okay? You really don't need the 5th leg. So it's telling you sometimes you really don't need certain aspects that you're adding towards your life. And the conflict can either be, I always tell people when I see the Five of Wands that it's either something's coming from the outside and bringing it in, or you're doing it yourself. Did you ever have one of those days where you're all in on a certain thing? I'm starting my diet today. I'm clean eating. And then by Wednesday, you're like, ugh, it was way too much work. I'm just going to go back to whatever I want to do. And then, 2 hours later, you're feeling guilty because you kind of backstepped on it. It's kind of that. It's that inner conflict, And that could be the same thing with anything. You have a bad day at work. You're looking for a new job. You have an argument with a significant other. You're either going to a divorce attorney, or you're thinking of breaking up. So 5 is about our inner conflict, and it's about learning how to live with it. Make it your friend. Realize that every day you're going to have that sort of, I want to do it, I don't want to do it, and learn how to ride the wave. That's one thing I would say at my age, 64, that I have learned helps me the most. Learn how to ride the wave. So then we have the Eight of Swords. Swords energy are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But swords are all about our thought process. So those swords there are not holding this little girl back, okay? And that blindfold is not preventing her from seeing what's in front of her. She's doing this herself. She is making herself feel trapped for whatever reason. Now, that could be anything. Maybe she doesn't want to put herself out there for dating because she doesn't want the rejection. Maybe she doesn't want to put herself out there for a new job because she doesn't want to get turned down. She doesn't want to go through the process. She doesn't have enough of faith in herself. So again, she needs to reclaim her power. We get to a place where we have limited beliefs. We've really talked ourselves into different things like, oh, I could never do that, And I find myself too doing that. And I stop myself. There's a difference between I can't do something and I just don't want to. Because sometimes I just don't want to do something, whatever it is. And that's okay. That's what your likes and your dislikes. But the cannots are a different story. So then we go to Mr. Magician. Got to be careful of him. He's a little bit of a trickster. So that's the number 1. That's new beginnings. Ones are always new beginnings. But look at his table here. Let me put my finger, because if some of these sites don't pick up movement, they think you're a spammer. So look at the table here and see how he has all the elements of the tarot sitting right there. He has all the elements of the tarot sitting right there. He can do whatever he wants. He has all the tools. You have all the tools. You're just some days refusing to use them. I always say nobody's better than anybody else. Everybody has free opportunity. It's how we use it when we get here. So then we get down to the Queen. And I like the Queen of Cups. Okay. So the Queen of Cups is all about water energy. And she's our Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio type of gal. And this one's a little bit more emotionally balanced than most. Don't come at me, water signs, because I'm a water sign myself. But this one's a little more balance, considering she's been dealing with a lot of waves. The waves are the emotions that take you up and down. We all know, we've all been there. There could be one person who pulls on our heartstrings. They take us on this crazy ride. It could be it's different for everybody. But she's closed her cup, if you noticed. See how she's closed it? Now her cup signifies her heart. So she's closed her cup, which is she's turning off her emotions. Okay? She's still leery because this is her. She's not believing this is her. This is our manifestation card. So I think this reading is telling us you have too many outside voices. You know, it's like you buy this outfit. Say you buy an outfit. I'm going to appeal to my female audience. You buy this outfit and you put it on. You're like, damn, girl, I look good. And everybody's like, oh, you look so good. You look so good. And then there's this one person who doesn't give you that you look so good. And it's stuck in your head. You know? And years ago, I was thinking about this. Years ago, back in the day when I was in high school, you know, that one little room. We would say things like, you know, like you tell your friend, oh, you know, Debbie said blah, blah, blah about me. And they would say, well, consider the source. So in other words, sometimes people project themselves on you. So it wasn't like your outfit didn't look good. Maybe this girl felt that she couldn't wear the outfit as well as you, and that's how she projected. I always say people will judge their failures on your successes, and you got to really get thick skin for that. Okay, it has nothing to do with you, trust me. So I think you have too many outside voices. Remember, when you're asking for help or advice, everybody brings their yardstick when they come to measure. So if you're looking at somebody who's been divorced 4 or 5 times, I wouldn't ask them relationship advice. Okay? I wouldn't do it. That was just one analogy. So it's time to start believing in yourself. The magician tells you, magician is standing here going like, you got everything. You got everything. Try something new, something you would never do before. Just try something new. It doesn't have to be like, you know, skydiving or climbing a mountain. It could be the littlest of the littlest. You know what I'm saying? Something that would bring you fear or some sort of anxiety, but try something new, because I feel like a lot of you watching this are coming into your own power, and you're going to watch your life change as you get your own power. All right, everyone, if you don't subscribe or follow, please do like this video. It helps the cause. And thank you so much. And everybody, have a great day.